Okay, yeah. I had two brilliants in the game. Never had two brilliants in the game before. I don't know. I felt like I was just locked in this entire game. Alright, game review. So he plays D4. This is my favorite opening. The old Benoni C5. All I do is play flank pawn openings. I feel like it's unconventional and it starts like strong attacks. I don't like playing like D4 against D4. I don't know. It just feels like a squeeze in the center. Things just aren't as, I don't like it as much. So I play E5. I used it, so I thought the line was E6 a while ago. The computer, the last few times I played it was like take up as much space in the center, so play E5 and then just look to attack the pawn. But now they're actually saying that E6 is the right move, so you know, I never know. F3, I take the pawn. When I played this move, I actually did just hang my pawn. He didn't take though, and now I had the chance to protect it. He plays bishop out to C4. I'm saying he's trying to fry liver me. He's got the knight up on G5 castle. And after I castle, you saw the line that they wanted me to play. And I'm actually gonna turn off auto play show move. Still showing me the moves. Board base analysis. Neither. We're not gonna show. Yep, we're gonna do that. So they don't even show us the best move there. Just ranking the moves. So D5, the best move. I knew to play D5 because this is when I played that one over the board tournament game. I was basically like, yeah, D5, kick the bishop. H6, kick the knight. E4, kick the knight again. And now I have all this space. And this is a similar position that I had in the over the board tournament too, where I was going to look to like bring my bishop there, bring my queen right there, and have this massive battery. Although in the tournament I already had this battery and I was kicking his knight, and then I was able to take. But those are my ideas now. The two best ideas, your opening setup is taking shape nicely. I've got these pawns taking up space and like leaving basically like a red carpet way. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't factor in this move. I guess I was just like, I need to set up an attack fast enough. So I was probably gonna go like takes, and then if he moved the knight there, I was probably gonna slide my queen back. Because I was just like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just pretty confident in this attack. And then if he tries to put the pawn up, I'm gonna take, check. And then I was gonna do something. Oh yeah, bring the bishop over. And I was gonna be mating him like too soon. He plays there, which is what I expected. I play here immediately, getting my bishop out, connecting my rooks. Like I just feel like my development is doing good. Way better than his. Like his pieces are stuck, and he's trying to defend against the attack, so that was a good move. But it's just his defense is too slow, and now his rook is even more claustrophobic. When I played this move, I actually was like, yeah, I'm trying to open up the center of his king, and you know, undermine this pawn so that I can get in here with my battery. I honestly hung this pawn. They think it's a good move. Not the best move, but they're like, yeah, good move, bro. So he takes, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't calculate that the queen was behind it too. But immediately, one of my thoughts was pushing the pawn up, sliding my king up, and now I can shift both my rooks in like behind. But that was one of my ideas though, like already. Because in the tournament when I played the Obadoni, the guy that I played against, he lasted like 40-50 moves before I could beat him. And he played such a strong defensive game where I had to play sharp. And it all started with him pushing the pawn in front of the king, him sliding the king up on, and him shifting the rooks back for defense. And the king was guarding his pawn, the pawn was guarding his pawn. So it was just hard for me to break in. So I was like, I'm honestly about to steal that thought process and that idea, because just how effective I saw it was firsthand. I honestly think that mat's not so great, but how effective I saw it was firsthand. So yeah, that was my move. They don't like it. The computer doesn't like it, but I play it anyway. They moved the bishop back. I slide my king up, and they play right here, so they're trying to play on the queen side of the board. I did not think this was great because while it is hard for you to develop your pieces, it's like your pieces are doing nothing. Like this knight, I can take that knight and you will have no active pieces. So this knight is serving a purpose. This is a mean battery. I can look to sacrifice soon. My knight can jump in soon. I mean, it's being protected by this battery, so not yet, but like I'm about to shift both my rooks, and both my rooks are about to start playing the game, and you can't get your bishop here, here, or here, or it'll be taken. You don't want to push any pawns because now your king is gonna be more weak. Your bishop is staring at a brick wall. Your rook is trapped and it literally can't move any squares, or it'll get taken immediately. Your queen can't move there. Your queen literally has one square it can move. Your knight has one square it can get out to, and your rook is not going to be playing the game either. Like, he is just cramped and just will not be able to stop whatever I have coming. So I slide my rook over here, and he brings his bishop back, which is deemed a mistake immediately. And the computer said the best move was to take the bishop. I slide the bishop back here because I wanted to, I still wanted to take the bishop, but I wanted to take the bishop over here so I could leave open this file, or possibly, you know, put an attack on the queen. So it's like he has to do something immediately. And here I play the first great move. I'm wondering if y'all could figure out what the move is before I even tell y'all what the move is. But I play a brilliant sacrifice here, knowing that this bishop is being attacked twice. So obviously I have to take, or I can't, you know, I won't be able to take it. He'll be up material, he'll be able to infiltrate my position, my whole attack is done for. I sacrificed the rook. I sacrificed the rook, so I'm sacrificing two pieces, because he could take, and it's there, or he could take the rook. Like, I'm hanging two of my pieces. And why does this work exactly? Because he can't take the rook, or I slide my other rook over. He takes the rook. I'm wondering if that's what he did in the game. No, that's not what he did in the game. If he takes the rook, I slide my other rook over in the game. This is my plan. If he goes right here, I'm going to bring my bishop right there. Go bam. And if he comes back right here, my plan, I believe, was to go here. See if this is the best option. Not quite, but you didn't take advantage of it. Was it just to go back here? No. It was jumping with the knight, possibly, yes. Because he can't take. Huh, this is what I calculated. I calculated if I jump in with the knight, he can't take, or I take with check and I grab his queen. So he'd have to move his king back. And once he moves his king back here, I was going to sacrifice my bishop. And, you know, obviously he can't take. But if he does nothing and he's like too slow, I'm going to play like right here, and I'm going to mate him in a couple. Oh no, he can escape that way. He goes there, I go here. Yep, I go here, I go here. And that's a brutal sequence. Similar move where if he goes here. If he goes here, I think I still sacrifice my bishop right here to infiltrate, and then, you know, that's just not good for him. Stuck. 8. So you just can't take the rook. You just can't take the rook. So he tries to do what he thinks is, you know, still the best option. Like, oh, if I don't take the rook, he doesn't have this major attack, and he doesn't block off all the squares with the bishop. So he takes the bishop. I don't even take back the bishop. I slide my rooks over on the file, threatening checkmate in 2. So he moves his king, and he tries to run with his king, and he fails to realize that I still sacrifice my bishop here. And the idea with this is, now you can't run, because if you run, I bring my rook in, and that's checkmate, because my pawn covers both of these squares, and that's a brutal way. He can't take either. If you take, I believe oh no, that's mate in 2. and it doesn't matter if you try to get here because it's the same thing. And this is such a brutal. This is just so brutal because you're literally up 2 minor pieces, but my rooks are just so powerful, and your pieces are doing. They're all doing nothing on the back rank. They're just. These pieces are just so inactive right now. So yeah, he slides his rook up. He attempts to run. I still have mate in 2 actually, so I couldn't just play these 2. Slight inaccuracy because I'm like, yeah, I think I was trying to move quick, and I'm still, by all means, I'm still winning by a lot. Because you know, I grabbed the bishop back, and even though I'm only up by a pawn, all my threats are still active. Like, yeah, wondering, no, he could I think this is his best move though. Yeah, so he could have ran to get out of there. I still would have checked him and grabbed his queen though, but he ends up taking the bishop, which is a mistake, and then I find my checkmate in 2 still, and this is one of my cleanest games ever. Cause look at the knight right here. I mean, the knight isn't actually doing anything for real, so that wasn't really too necessary. It's more so this pawn. This pawn is just so powerful in his position, blocking off 2 major squares, so the king literally wouldn't have been able to run. These rooks just tag teaming on the H file, and there's just nothing you can do about it, which is so frustrating. Like, how do you get in the game and all your pieces are right here, and you just let me barrage in with the king? Like, I can just throw pieces out the wazoo because I have enough pieces on the attack, just to break in. Because all your pieces are doing nothing just because of how you open up in the opening, which is why I believe the opening is such a strong defense to play, especially if you know what you're doing, because you get such fun positions like these. And when you get a position like these where you're just looking for sacrifices and you're swarming your opponent, you know, the game is just so fun. And not a lot of people know how to play against the Obanoni. Like, you can immediately get caught in a trap very, very early on if you're not fast enough with playing defense, and it's kind of hard to read flank pawns. But again, if you play it wrong, and it's very easy to, because you could play very, you know, basic moves and still play it wrong. That's what's so frustrating about the